You know what they say, the bigger the hoops, the bigger the heart. What did you think I was gonna say? What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally getting around to doing my April Q&A. So I asked you guys about 2 weeks ago to send me some questions via Twitter and Instagram that you really wanted to know the answers to, and I am going to answer them today for you. It is an absolutely unreal day outside, and you know if you live in Ireland or the UK that you get about 5 of those days a year, so I'm going to get on with this so I can get out and get some sunshine, but not on the face of course. So I have all these questions on my phone, so I'm just going to read out from them and I'll pop everybody's handles down below on the bottom of the screen. So the first question is from the Lawn Gnome, and he said, Q&As are awesome. Who are some of your YouTuber influences that made you decide to make a channel? This was an absolutely unreal question and I actually had to give this a good bit of thought. So for years I have been a massive fan of Anna Ciccone. Obviously a lot of people in Ireland and the UK are familiar with the Ciccone Jolies. She is just the embodiment of female empowerment. No matter what you throw at that woman, she just bounces back. She is beautiful, she's articulate, she's smart. She's everything that I want to be in future, and she's everything that I want to be as a parent. Anna was definitely a major inspiration for me watching YouTube over the years. I would have to say the same about Ellie Meekum. If anybody is familiar with Ellie and Jared, just such a fantastic couple. They give me such joy watching them every day, and I think it's their positivity that really attracted me to their channel. I like to be a really positive person, really upbeat, and try and keep my mood up as much as I can, and I think that Ellie and Jared find really inspirational ways of always bringing their channel back around to that message of, again, no matter what life throws at you and what hurdles that you're going to face, there's always some good in every day, and I just love them for that. Always come away with a smile from their videos. So the next question is from Serafina, and Serafina asked, any secret talents? Question mark. Yeah, okay, this is one that I'm so dodgy about sharing with YouTube, but I actually sing. I haven't sang in public for a really long time, but I think I have a decent enough voice. I'm not gonna sing for you now, maybe at some point in the future. But yeah, I can sing and it's something that I really love to do, but I have terrible stage fright, and it's so unfortunate because I would love to share that with you and share that passion that I have for music with people, but not yet. We'll get there in the end though. The next question is from Sadie, and Sadie asked, what's your favorite fast food place and what do you like to get there? Okay, this is a really fantastic question. So I travel to America a lot. I have been there maybe twice a year for the past 3 or 4 years, and oh, I get chills thinking about it. In-N-Out Burger. I know everybody is fooling me on this one. If you have traveled to the States, you know that In-N-Out Burger is the best burger. It is the best burger. It's the best burger. I was in LA over the summer with Rachel. Hello Rachel! And Danny. We actually got an Uber into downtown LA specifically to go to In-N-Out Burger just because we felt like it. When I'm there, I tend to get the protein burger. I'm kind of weird like that. I like my fast food to be semi-healthy, so I just ditch the bun and have like a lettuce wrap. It's still the most glorious, glorious burger you will ever eat in your life, I promise. In Ireland and the UK, I would probably say McDonald's. I love a really good chicken burger and fries and all the sauces on top. Leave nothing out. So the next question came from Jedediah Biggs, the best name I have found on Twitter to date. Jedediah asked, if you could live in one fictional universe for a day, what one would it be? This really made me stop and think as well. I am not a mad fan of anything that would constitute a fictional universe, I don't think. To kind of switch it up then, I suppose, if I had to live in one universe, if you can call this a universe, I would say Pandora from Avatar. And I did not get this movie for years. I remember going to see it in the cinema probably 10 years ago. I mean, it was in the cinema, so it was when it came out, probably 10 years ago, yeah. And I could not tell you before I watched it last year what Avatar was about, and it's the most crying shame. It is in my top 5 favorite films of all time. Pandora is the most incredible world, and anybody who has visited Animal Kingdom and been to Pandora knows exactly what I mean. Definitely Pandora. Ah, my little Danny asked, you have a superpower for 12 hours, what would it be? Okay, this is a good one. I think it would be supersonic flight, and the reason being I could go anywhere in the world I wanted to. So I could sit down and be like, yeah, Asia for the day. Boom, gone. I've been to Asia. If you picked invisibility, then you'd just be invisible, but you couldn't go anywhere. So that's kind of pointless to me. Mind reading, I can only read the people around me. I know Rosie loves me, I don't need her to tell me. Serafina asked a second question, and she asked, what Disney character would you be if you could trade lives with them? So this I think is different to my favorite Disney character. If I was to trade lives with a Disney character, I would probably choose Ariel, and the reason being, she's the only Disney princess that's a mermaid. I've always been curious as to how that whole thing works. Ryan Joseph, Saucy Sarcasm, asked, a secret you don't normally tell people. This was a good one, and I didn't want to give too much away, but a secret I don't normally tell people, if you can call this a secret, is that I love pineapple on pizza. Please don't all come for me, please. I'm that person at the party who will keep it quiet though, because I don't want to embarrass myself. I know that was a really bad secret, but I can't tell you a secret that I wouldn't normally tell people, because then it wouldn't be a secret I wouldn't normally tell people. So Stephanie from My Little Peanut asked, if you could be any Disney character, which one would you be? And I'm taking this as a completely separate question. If I was to be a Disney character, I would choose to be Belle. I think Belle is just stunning in every way. She's clever, she loves her books, she's feisty, she's intelligent, witty, but she's loving, she loves her dad so much. No, I really like what Belle stands for. Beauty and the Beast is definitely well up there with my favorite Disney classics, and Belle is certainly my favorite Disney princess. The next question is from Chronically Teresa, and she writes, your favorite and least favorite animal. Okay, so my favorite animal, that's really tough because you all know that I'm obsessed with my dog and my cat, Toby and Rosie. I love them more than anything, probably more than people. I just adore everything about them. But I'm also fanatical about horses. I've been riding horses since I was 4 years old. Always been a massive part of my life. I've loved them forever, since I can remember. So that's really hard between dogs, cats and horses. But if I had to say a favorite, I would say horses. My least favorite animal, rats. Who likes rats? Now, I had a squirrel called Houdini, who was a Daegu squirrel, a desert squirrel. I had him, and I had 3 hamsters in my lifetime. I'm definitely not opposed to rodents. I am opposed to disease-carrying rats that just bring terror with them. No, no, no thank you. Chronically Teresa asked another question. She asked, how many bones have you broken? Oh, she asked a few questions actually. How many bones have you broken? Have you ever had any surgeries? And if I was to colour my hair a non-natural colour, what would it be? And my least favorite Disney movie. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, so let's go with the first one. How many bones have I broken? So I have broken this bone here in my hand, which still hurts me to this day if I press too hard on it. I broke my wrist, and I'm pretty convinced that I've broken toes at some point. But that's about all. I've officially broken my wrist, and I've officially broken my hand. Have I had any surgeries? No, I haven't had any surgeries whatsoever. I had grommets put in my ears as a child because I used to get ear infections a lot, if that counts as surgery, and I've also had my tonsils out, but again, I was really young and that probably doesn't count as surgery, but no surgeries. If I was to colour my hair a non-natural colour, what would it be? Alright, so I have dyed my hair in the past, and a non-natural colour, let me see. Probably with having brown hair, the most realistic non-natural colour to go would be like a red or a purple maybe. The amount of bleach that I'd have to use would be insane. I would have no hair left. I would have straw for hair. And my least favorite Disney movie. Oh, it's so sad to say this, but I am not a fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm not a fan of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Particularly The Hunchback, I really tried to love. I really tried. But I just think the singing and the songs in The Hunchback don't match up with the standard of other Disney movies that came out around the same time. So I was disappointed with The Hunchback. Shan and Shan DIY asked, if you had to dye your hair one colour, what would it be? So if I had to dye my hair, I would love to go back blonde. I've been blonde in the past and had blonde highlights, but I was quite a bit younger, and I think it would suit me a little bit more if I was to go kind of a blonde colour now. So I would say blonde. And if you had to be in one TV show, which one would it be? Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy, and I would be in Grey's Anatomy when Christina Yang and Meredith Grey were besties, when they were each other's people. And the girls also asked, if you had to choose one food to eat for the rest of your life, which one would it be? This I did think about, and although it is so stereotypical Irish, I'm genuinely not being stereotypical here, I would I would choose potatoes. The humble spud. Yeah, I would choose potatoes. Potatoes are the most versatile food on this planet. You can make hash browns, waffles, you can have them mashed, roast, boiled, baked, you can make wedges. So you get sick of them eventually, but at least you could like have a different dinner every night of the week. So Beatrice asked, the first thing that popped into my mind is, when will we see at your wedding? And do you want kids? How many? So, okay, this is a good one. I actually mentioned this to Danny. So we have been together almost 5 years. Almost 5 years in July. And are we in a rush to get married? Absolutely not. Do we talk about it? Of course. When you're with somebody for 5 years, you naturally chat about marriage and what's kind of coming down the line for your future. So we basically have kind of come to an agreement that we want the most extra wedding possible. Like extra, because that's just the kind of people we are. So until we have the money to pay for that extra wedding, there will be no wedding. Also, I decided that if I don't get engaged at Disney World in front of the Magic Kingdom castle, it ain't happening. So we'll have to wait and see. And do I want kids, and how many? So yeah, eventually I think I definitely want to have kids, and probably 3. I think 3 is a really nice number, but 1 would do me if the universe blesses me with 1 child. Happy days. In the near future, that is definitely not an option for me. I literally have too many plans and too many things that I want to achieve at the moment to kind of put that on hold for kids, because I know that I will be the kind of mother who will want to stay at home and will want to be there for every moment. So I know that I want to put them absolutely top pedestal priority when it does come time to having them. And Danny is very much on the same page with that as well. We have other priorities at the moment. We want to travel, we want to open our own businesses, we want to do all these things that are possible when you have kids but are not the easiest. The day will come when children are priority number 1, and until that day there will be no kids, but eventually, hopefully, there will be 3. So Andy's diary asked, if someone said you had to choose between living in Ireland for the rest of your life or free travel and accommodation and expenses for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Easy question. I'd be gone. I'd be out of here. I would be traveling the world, seeing the world, and doing as much of that as I possibly could. The benefit of that question is that I can always come back to Ireland for like a 2-week holiday and then go again. But 100%, it is my absolute dream to travel to as many countries as I possibly can. I bought Danny a scratch map for Christmas, just Christmas gone, and we are on a mission to scratch off as many countries as we possibly can over the next few years. So definitely I would take the money and I wouldn't see it again. So Lee from Lee's Corner asked, do you enjoy listening to music? If so, who are your favorite artists and what are your favorite songs? Alright, yes, I absolutely love music, I always have it on. I either have the radio on or I will have a 90s playlist blasting in the background. Songs, there are too many to mention. I love Bruce Springsteen, I love Eminem. So one day you could find me blasting out some Disney hits, the next day I could be blasting out some 80s pop, the next day I could be blasting out some Guns N' Roses. It all depends on the mood and on the day. Alright, and the final question is from Cooper, and he asked, what are you most looking forward to about our collab? And he says, you have to answer this. Okay, so that's a fun one. So I think that because I'm Irish and because he's English, the language barrier is hilarious. I'd say something like, Ash, you're only a dote, or you're only a divil. And he'd be like, what? And then you have to go into the whole process of explaining what that means. And he'll say things to me that I don't understand, even though my dad is English. So I think that difference in sayings and difference in culture is definitely going to be absolutely hilarious. Fingers crossed we'll get around to doing that soon. Alright everybody, that is the final question, and thank you so much for watching this video today. I'm always up for doing more Q&As. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I will start gathering them up and ready for the next video. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!